Coming up on the Dave DeBaugh Big Show, Magic Johnson completes his coup of the Los Angeles Lakers. Peyton continues to yell Omaha, and Alvin Gentry can't stop smiling.
Welcome to the Dave DeBaugh Big Show, presented by Seat77.com. As always, Dave DeBaugh is coming to you live from the Super Plus Seat 77 broadcast studio in the heart of Silicon Valley. Now, Dave DeBaugh.
North America, welcome to the Dave DeBaugh Big Show. Today, we begin with the head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans, Alvin Gentry, who probably hasn't stopped smiling since his team acquired Demarcus Cousins from the Kings of Sacramento. Gentry, who looks a lot like Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Seriously, next time you see either Alvin, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now leave it to the Kings of Sacramento to hire a general manager who, let's face it, struggles with words in the same way people in Sweden are struggling to understand what the hell is Donald Trump talking about. Look, don't get me wrong. I've always loved Vlade Divac, but his impromptu press conference where for some strange, bizarre reason, Vlade thought it was a good idea to admit that he could have closed a better deal a few days earlier. This has completely left the sporting world unbelievably baffled. But I gotta tell you, I'm not surprised because Vlade is an executive with the Sacramento Kings who clearly needs to spend more time listening to Rosetta Stone tapes. And then there's Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss and their inability to get Vlade Divac, their old buddy, to hand them Demarcus Cousins. In fact, Vlade was trying to give Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss Demarcus Cousins. And they walked away from 28 points a game and 12 rebounds. And they could have had that at Staples Center for the next 10 years. And those two idiots walked away from the deal. Look, I gotta tell you, if you think about how those two idiots, and I'm telling you, Mitch Kupchak, and I've been saying it for a while, and Jim Buss both needed to be fired. And if you look at the last 3 years, they have combined for a grand total. This is Los Angeles Lakers I'm talking about. A grand total of just over 60 wins in the last 3 years for this once proud franchise. Of course, Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss deserved to be canned. That will get you fired. If you win just 60 games in 3 years, I got to tell you, that will get you fired in any major or minor market in the NBA, including New York. Phil Jackson. All of these items played right into the hands of one very opportunistic Magic Johnson, who completed his less than private coup of the Laker organization. Just think about it. Magic was hired as a consultant for the Lakers about 2.5 weeks ago. And he does a media tour. And in that media tour, he basically admits that he wants to be the president of the Laker organization. Of course, he was going to take over the Laker organization. Magic did say, and he kept to his word on this, he said during his press tour or media tour when he was just a consultant that the first call he would make if he was running the Los Angeles Lakers would be to Kobe Bryant. And he didn't lie. He called up Kobe and he said, "Give me your agent's phone number." And that's the guy who is the new general manager for the Los Angeles Lakers. Look, that guy needs to send a box of roses and candies to Bob Myers for setting the trend for agents who are able to become general managers in the National Basketball Association. Look, I got to tell you, trying to argue that Demarcus Cousins isn't a head case is like trying to argue that Terry Bradshaw is a good singer, or trying to convince your buddies that Peyton Manning was a better clutch quarterback than somebody that's just won 5 Super Bowls. The bottom line is most superstars are head cases. Isn't that part of what makes them superstars? While I'm sure Harrison Ford is a head case in most sets that he's on, he is indeed a hell of an actor. I mean, who else could pull off roles like Indiana Jones, Han Solo, and whatever his name was in Regarding Henry? So speaking of Harrison Ford, I thought about this the other day. Now, if I see Harrison Ford boarding a plane that I'm about to go on, I gotta tell you, I think I will not board that plane, and I will spend one more sleepless night in Omaha. Speaking of Omaha, I still can't believe Peyton Manning doesn't feel like he is ready to be GM of the Indianapolis Colts. It's not like he needs to take a bunch of night classes at the University of Phoenix. The University of Phoenix is proud to announce an introductory course in how to become a general manager of a National Football League team. Lesson number 1. Jay Cutler is not a franchise quarterback. Lesson number 2. Wide receivers are not running backs. And maybe the most important lesson that the University of Phoenix could possibly offer in its introductory course on how to become a general manager in the National Football League. Lesson number 3. Hire a coach you can fire without losing your job. So bringing it back to Demarcus Cousins, head case or not, Alvin Gentry has just punched his ticket into the Western Conference playoffs, which will give Vlade Divac all sorts of time to knock the dust off his resume and continue his ESL classes. Okay, North America, thanks so much for all of your support. info@seat77.com. We want to hear from you. We are available on Facebook, Twitter, the SoundCloud, Spreaker, iTunes. Our big YouTube channel is doing really well, so thanks for all your support there. And of course, you can find us on the iHeartRadio app as well. For the Dave DeBaugh Big Show, I'm Dave DeBaugh, reminding you that not everyone can be a champion, Ron Rivera, but everyone, and I do mean everyone, can act like one can. And good luck, North America, because in this era of Donald Trump being your president, you're going to need it.